I'm your host, Destiny Sidwell.
I'm also your host, Sara.
And this is Bookmark'd.
Suddenly I forget how to podcast.
Do you know what's crazy? No, do you guys want to know what's really crazy? Is that when me, Sara, and Haley were in... I was about
Pennsylvania.
to say Denmark. We were in Pennsylvania. Yeah, Denmark. When we were in Pennsylvania, at one point, I had to change 3 times in one day because I kept telling them, hey, so sorry, guys, I have to change again. Because you could see the sweat just down the side of my whole entire side. So I do have a problem with anxiety sweating. It's very, very bad.
Do you know I learned that so you can get like Botox to get rid of like your sweat?
Yes.
But that sweat has to go somewhere else, so all of a sudden you'll be sweating like in a different part of your body, like this profusively. Isn't that kind of crazy? Because your sweat has to get out somewhere.
No, and that's the thing is that whenever I tell people about my sweating, they'll be like, oh, why don't you just get Botox in your armpits? 1, I don't want to do that. 2, it has to go somewhere. Like, it's going
that's so
to go
crazy
somewhere
to
else.
me.
I'll just deal with it.
All of a sudden you're like sweating out of like your forehead, like profusively all the time.
And then you have breakouts because as soon as your forehead gets sweaty, you're going to start getting the little tiny bumps that are so annoying to get rid of.
Yeah,
also, guys, I'm in slick back right now because I'm having a hair crisis.
Me too.
No, but you're doing it in a cute Pinterest board way. You know, like the audio on TikTok that's like me walking around my small town and they think I'm just in pajamas, but I'm a walking Pinterest board. Like, Sarah's doing it in a cute way. My hair looks oily, but I'm just having a hair crisis, so I've refused to have my hair down for days,
Every time you slick back your hair, I tell you, you look cute with a slick back, and you always say, no, I don't. But you really do. You're so cute in a slick back.
Hey, guys, if you want to look at somebody who doesn't know how to take a compliment, you're looking at her. You're looking straight at her, too.
And it's fine. I know that, but I still will give you the compliments. You don't even have to reply to them. But you look cute in a slick back.
Well, thank you, but Sarah's the queen of slick back, and that's me putting the ball back in her court and us moving on. Welcome to another
episode
of Bookmark'd, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing a little catch-up episode. This is like
we haven't caught up. We've texted, but like not like full depth texted. We haven't caught up in a while. The past few episodes, I think like the past 2 were a little pre-filmed. So this is going to be our catch-up and our catch-up. Meaning me and Destiny and us and you guys.
Yeah. Because, of course, you guys are the honorary bestie that's always sitting in on all of our conversations like a little fly on the wall. Yeah. Also, bringing up Fly on the Wall, you know the Miley Cyrus song, Fly on the Wall?
I still love that song and the music video.
Yep.
So good.
I was listening to it's on my Pop Princess playlist, and I was listening to it the other day in the car and kind of got a little shoulder movement going on.
Yeah, that's a shoulder move song.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It is. And then I do imagine Sarah's little shoulder movement that she starts doing in the car when she's feeling a song. It's like the trend that goes around where it's like, ask your mom how she danced in the 80s. That's like Sarah's little shoulder dance. She'll be like...
When you start feeling it just a little bit, you have to let them know.
Sarah dances in an adorable way that's like your mom dancing, like being like, oh, don't let me start getting crazy.
I don't know why you would think I've never like taken dance classes and like had rhythm before. Like that's you would have never guessed it.
Sometimes when Sarah breaks out her what was it? You started doing a break dance and you said, to Whistle by Flo Rida, because obviously I was obsessed with when the Josh Hutcherson and it was going around. And you were like, hey, so I actually did dance that. And she just started doing it on her floor.
I don't know how old I was. I had to be like early high school, maybe like 15. And we had a hip hop dance. Hip hop was my least favorite, but like you had to do it to be on the competition team. You had to do certain like genres of dance, and we had to do hip hop. And our hip hop dance was to a remix of like 10 Flo Rida songs. And at one point, there was just like a cannonball line of us all doing like a headstand, and I showed Destiny. I was like, yes, this was literally what I did. Every time I listen to Flo Rida, it reminds me of that time that I did that.
That's so, 1, impressive. 2, that's such a choice. And I've been loving saying that lately. Like, if I see something, I'll go, that's a choice, for sure. Like, that's a choice.
It was.
And it is such a choice for your dance teacher to do a remix mashup of a bunch of Flo Rida songs.
It was 2015. It was the time. Shout out Miss Tiff.
It was the time, though. So she's on it though.
She's always on it. She's on with the trends.
Whistle, Our House, trying to think of another Flo Rida song. Oh, is it Club Can't Even Handle Me, Flo Rida?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Also,
so good.
I think it's called I Like It, and it's Pitbull. Pitbull's a feature on the song. You know, it was like big in 2013. It was like, baby, I like it the way
you do, the way you move on the floor.
Our go-to is this little thing. I don't know what this is, but that was like, we both, like, as soon as we started feeling the music, we were like, yeah.
That
it's
is
the equivalent to the disco.
Yeah, you just, once you start feeling the music, that's like the move that comes out.
Your body, you just gotta let your body do what it does. So, and that's all I gotta say on that.
Well, welcome. Do you have a dote today? I'm like, want to reach for mine, but I put it so far.
I'm just rocking with my water. Nothing in it. I've been doing some liquid IVs on my second cup of water of the day because I need a little like sometimes I feel like I'll reach for like something because I just want a taste of something, but I feel like I need to make sure I'm getting my water intake daily, so I'll put like a little bit of a liquid IV packet in. But right now there's no ice, no
is it warm
nothing.
water?
It's just warm water. It's just lukewarm water.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a choice for sure. It's because
that is a choice.
I didn't want to hear the ice go into my cup, so I literally was just like, I'll just fill it up with water and just go like that. And that's what we're doing. Literally, I could open it and show you guys.
Yeah,
but I won't.
I have a matcha. I made one this morning and it wasn't very good, so I was upset and I bought myself a matcha. But then I told myself, it's a weekend. It's my birthday month. Sure, I could buy it.
Literally, because first of all, we have so much to catch up on because yes, everybody, Sara had a birthday while we've been separated from each other. A literal birthday.
Literally, believe it or not, I had a birthday.
Believe it or not, to much of Sara's dismay, she has gotten older, and we won't talk about that. But we can talk about how much an amazing day you had. If you want to start there, we can start wherever you want. You have been living the Pinterest girl aesthetic dream, and we all want to hear about it.
I had such a fun birthday. What is today? The month of June doesn't feel real to me.
You've had such a good month, I feel. Not I fear, I feel.
Yeah, it has been a really good month. Oh, we went away. Me and Chris went away, and that was really, really fun.
That was so cute.
Oh, it was so fun. We just hung out. It was like we went to Cape May, and that's literally the first place, I guess. Never been there before. I don't know why I assumed it would be Cape May, but it was.
I tell you, every time you told the story in your vlog, I laughed because I'm thinking of Chris. Like, the thought that when you guys got the drink that he thought that your mind would go to like that's where we're going, so he then kind of not like ruined the surprise, but like told you where you guys were going because he goes, almost gave it away with
I don't know
drink.
He didn't have to say that because we went to get drinks to bring with us like the day we were leaving the next day, and in my head I like had a feeling it was Cape May or another place, and he literally just confirmed it just like so casually.
I mean. Like, you were gonna think, oh my god, we're picking out these drinks, like, we're going to Cape May. Like, that, no, that, I don't, it was just funny because he literally, sometimes when you overthink things, that's when you, like, accidentally say it because you're, like, thinking too much about it.
Yeah, he gets really nervous about surprises because he wants to make sure I like it, but I tell him you can literally surprise me with anything and I will like it. But we went to get drinks and he said, oops, almost gave it away, and I turn around. There's no drinks that are named after beach towns except, like, a Cape May huge stack of Cape May drinks. And I'm like, you are so dumb. But I didn't say anything because I didn't want to ruin it for him. So he told me the next day. I was like, yeah.
Boys are just like that. There's been a lot of times that I've been in that exact same scenario where it's like they definitely, and sometimes it's not even like them that gives it away, it's somebody like around them because they know like what you're doing and they give it away, and you're like, I'm just gonna act like I don't know. Just
you can't give it in just because it's like he took his time to surprise it and plan it. So that was really fun. It was really calm. We just like hung out and went to the beach and ate food, and it was really fun. And then oh my god, then I saw Niall. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun.
I forgot that you did that.
I almost forgot. I made a sign for the Niall concert. I said, it's my birthday because my birthday was the day after. I was like, this will be just kind of fun. And I brought it in, and it's like you have to go through the security before you like show your tickets and stuff. And I went through, and there was like 2 people that were checking like my bag and like walking me through like the security thing. And I had my sign, and she was like, no signs. And I was like, no signs? And she was like, no signs. But I was like, it's my birthday. Are you sure no signs? And she's like, you have to throw it out. And the garbage was right there. And I was like holding it over the garbage like, no, please don't make me throw this out right now. Threw it out. I was really, really upset. But I didn't see anyone around me with signs. I was like, okay, obviously it's not just me. And then we get in and we were like on the floor and I see people with signs. So I go up to a security. I was like, do you know why I can't have my sign? Like I threw mine out. Like my birthday's tomorrow. And he was like, no, you can have signs. Jaw on the floor. I was like, they made me throw it out. And he was like, I don't know why they made you throw it out. I was like, me neither. It said it's my birthday. And that was really sad. And then I thought you can have signs because I see videos of his concerts and I see him stop and read the signs like Harry does.
Yeah.
That's why I did it. And then that part of the concert came up and all of these signs go up and I'm like, oh my God. And there was like I think someone had a birthday sign. He like just like casually like passed it and said like, happy birthday. He didn't really stop at it. But I was like, I wish I had my sign. My chance was right there. I was close enough for him. I think I was close enough for him to be able to read the sign. So there was like a small chance anything could have happened, but I had to throw it out and I'm really upset about it.
I was also upset because when Sarah will send me certain type of videos, it then curates my For You page for me to send videos to Sarah. And from your show, I literally saw people doing videos of him reading the sign. So I was so mad that you had to throw your sign out.
Yeah, it was really sad. But the concert was so good. Like, he is so just, like, kind and thankful and humble, but such a, like, a good performer. And he is so cute, and I had so much fun. And I wish the concert was longer. Like, that was so much fun. I'm so happy we went. But yeah, that was like upsetting. But I was over it after like the whole sign thing was over. I was like, I just really not that big of a deal. But it was a little upsetting because she was very adamant about me throwing out my sign. But I should have just folded it up and put it in my little bag. But
I would have done the same thing that you did. And like, because you like to think that, Sarah, that you'd look and go, but I know that this is a part of the concert. But then you're scared that, one, they're going to kick you out, and two, you're just not going to do it. But especially after you go to a security guard and you're like, are you allowed to have signs? And he's like, yeah, I don't know why she would make you throw it out.
Yeah, that's why I was so confused. But I don't like to, like, if, like, the authority of the concert, the security is telling me throw out the sign, like, I'm throwing out the sign. I can't fight anything on that.
Me and authoritative figures.
Not have.
No.
So, yeah, that was fun. And then the day after was my birthday. And didn't do anything crazy because the day after I flew to Florida. But my birthday was really fun. Very calm. Ate some good food. And got some cute presents. I'm so excited.
Do you want to share with the class what one
Guys,
of them was?
If you didn't watch the vlog, Chris got me Pitbull tickets. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I cried over them. Can you imagine crying over Pitbull tickets? Like, I can. Yeah. Because I did. Oh my God. I didn't expect it either because when he announced like his tour that was going on, I told Chris like I really want to go, but like it's 2 hours away. Like that's like so much work. Not work, but like you have to plan it and stuff. And I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna force someone to come 2 hours with me to see Pitbull. Like I felt bad, so I just didn't expect to get tickets. And I opened. He put like he printed the tickets and he printed out a little picture of Pitbull. It's right behind me.
You need to frame that.
I literally should. It says, you call it madness, I call it love. And he said that his mom asked him why he was printing this. It's just a picture of Pitbull.
Oh, imagine him printing it out and his mom like getting the paper for him and she's like, what is this?
Yeah, like what's going on? Like this is what you're giving Sara for her birthday? But yeah, it's August 25th. I'm so excited. I'm counting down the days. I told Chris it might be my favorite concert ever. I don't think he realized how much I actually like Pitbull's music, and I'm so excited for this because I was talking about it the whole entire day and he was just like completely like shook. He was like, I didn't really expect this reaction. Like I knew you'd be happy, but the whole day I was like freaking out and he was like, I guess I did good. And I was like, yeah, you really did.
Yes, well done, Chris. Well done.
I know. I'm gonna have to get a shirt that says Dale. I'm so excited.
Hey, you girlies that go on Pinterest, like how Sabrina Carpenter announced her short and sweet tour. I'm already seeing outfit inspo and I'm saving it. You want to know why? Because that's manifesting that I'm going to get tickets. I need you guys to start doing that for the Pitbull concert for Sarah. Everybody start talking to Sarah.
Give me outfit inspo. Outfits. The only thing is like it's an outdoor concert, so it's going to be really hot in August, so I'll probably, I don't know.
Let's get a tank. Let's get a baby pink tank that we can iron on something that says Dale and then maybe like get a cute skirt moment or something.
We're going to have to DIY something. But I saw that for sure. I've been getting TikToks because Greasy is going on tour too, and I saw people doing like outfit inspo for that. I saved all of them. I don't even have tickets, but they are just like the cutest little outfits. I'm like, okay, inspo, you guys are killing it with the inspo.
How much, when somebody is a concert opener, how much do they do at the show when they're opening up the concert?
So Del Water Gap opened for Niall. I feel like usually between like 30 minutes to an hour. It depends like how long their set is. But I think that Del Water Gap came on at 8. We missed it, but I think they came on around 8, and then Niall came out at 8:50. So maybe it was like a half hour. He like got off stage and we got there, and then Niall came on like 20 minutes later. But I feel like maybe like 30 minutes to an hour, 45 minutes. It's honestly like, it's pretty long. I feel like that's kind of long.
No, that's what I was about to say, because Gracie announced her tour, but I don't think that she's going, or maybe because usually where I live, people go to Chicago. They don't go to like Indianapolis. Like Indianapolis isn't a place to hit, but I think when they go to Lucas Oil in November, she's the one opening for Taylor Swift.
Oh, really? Oh. Mm-hmm. Wait, that's so fun. Yeah, she has, I think, Role Model opening for her. I want to get tickets for that.
Which I thought weird, because Emma Chamberlain, literally, when they were doing the Met Gala, she was hanging out with Gracie. And
really?
Role Model is opening for Gracie. Yeah. I was like, this is weird. I don't know.
That's so interesting. Did you listen to her album, Gracie's?
I've listened to some of it, but I need to, sit
with
it some more. Like, I need to sit with it.
Yeah, me too. But I want to see her. I feel like her concert would be cute.
I think her concert, she's so cute. And also, I watched the behind the scenes of the Fortnite music video, and how Taylor Swift, she confirmed that it was just going to be like them laying facing each other, but then she decided like to grab a book and write "us" as a little Easter egg to that song with her and Gracie, which I just think is cute. Like the fact that that's not even like her project, it's like Gracie's, and that she was still like a little Easter egg. I thought that was cute.
Yeah, that is really cute. And I saw a whole TikTok slide of like Gracie posting like years ago about her first Taylor Swift concert and like the progression to like then making a song with Taylor. I think that is like the craziest thing ever. Like imagine like you're number one and you end up opening them on tour and making a song and hanging out. Like that is just the coolest thing.
Well, it's even the same with Sabrina Carpenter, because she did was she like 12 or something, and she was singing White Horse by Taylor Swift, and then that's the song that they sung together at the piano, like when she was
that's
opening
so cute.
for it.
When does her album come out?
That is so cute.
Do you know
August 23rd.
Oh, that's soon. I'm excited. I think on my drive to Ocean City on Monday, I'm going to just listen to Gracie the whole entire time.
Yeah, there's just a lot of competition for like album of the year, or even like in the pop category. Like you have to think, wait, no, did Olivia Rodrigo do her album for last year's Grammys? So she's not in this year's running for the Grammys. I'm pretty sure.
I think so. I feel like it's been a while since that one came out.
Yeah, I think it was in last year's Grammys. But still, you have Ariana Grande, Dua Lipa, Sabrina Carpenter, Gracie Abrams, Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish.
Beyonce came out. Isn't Beyonce
came out.
Isn't Lana
country album
coming out with one too soon? What about Chappell Roan? Have you seen
Oh
the
my
stardom?
gosh. Oh, that's like, we are seeing somebody rise to stardom like right before our eyes.
So quickly and crazy too, which I never listened to her until I've been seeing so much of her. Now I'm like obsessed and I can't stop listening. But I saw TikToks of like her before like this like big whatever's happening, and it's just so crazy.
Oh, somebody did a TikTok talking about her journey of trying to make music, and why did it kind of bring me to tears? I love watching her concert videos. She's so funny.
Me too. They're so good. I feel like there's just so many artists right now that are killing it, like all at once.
Yeah, at the top.
Everyone's going on tour too. Like no one's taking any breaks. Like there's just so many tour announcements that have been happening. Yeah. Everyone's going out like back to back. What a time in the music industry. You're right. The Grammys are gonna eat this year. Wait, when are the Grammys? Aren't they early in the years? Is that next year?
They're usually in February.
Okay, so yeah, we have some time.
Somebody correct me, because I guarantee this is not right, but I thought the Grammys, it's like based off of, but it's more of like the Record and Academy are judging these albums, and they decide who gets the albums. I
used to think when I was younger, like all these award shows is like people get to vote. Because like Kids' Choice Awards, like I was a kid and I voted.
Well, there's like People's Choice Awards. Like there are some awards that people pick, but these like big, like the Oscars and the Grammys and the Emmys, because Emmys is like TV. Those are all just like critically acclaimed.
Yeah, I think so. Did you watch the Kids' Choice Awards when you were younger?
Oh my God. It was like a holiday in my house. Like I had it set down and I was like, we're going to sit down and watch the Kids' Choice Awards. Like something's about to go down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I feel like that's like, it's not a big thing anymore. I don't know if it's because I'm not a kid, but I feel like it's not as crazy as it used to be.
No. I remember literally being at my friend's house and I was like, I got to go home. And she was like, what? Why? And I was like, the Kids' Choice Awards are on tonight.
Oh, yeah. Me and my brother would make sure we are on the couch, like sat by the time, like right before it's coming on. Like, that was like the award show. Well, I guess because we were younger, but I still.
CMAs too.
Oh, really? I don't think I've ever watched the CMAs.
When I was a kid, the CMAs were coming on. I was sat.
Is that because you're from the country?
I'm from the country. In my house, we literally only listened to, if we were in the car with my mom, like in the mornings to school, or if we were going anywhere, my mom had it on K-Love. I don't know if y'all know K-Love, but K-Love is a Christian music station. And then when I got a little bit older, we were allowed to listen to Radio Disney. That's what I was allowed to listen to in the car. And then the only other radio station I was allowed to listen to in the car with my mom was the country music radio station. And then...
And you used to watch Reba when you got home. Wasn't Reba always on?
Yes. Yep. I would come home from school and it would be on like I forget what type of network. It would just... We just listened to country music and watched Reba. Like that was like my life.
That. Yeah.
I don't know, but then my dad was really into like 90s rap, so we would also listen to 90s rap. Yeah. It was like, we were really...
That's how my dad was. That's like my brother, we were in Florida and he started playing his music in the car and he put on Eminem, like an old song. And he was like, I know Eminem because I used to listen to music. Or I think my dad put music on my brother's iPod when he was younger, but he only put Eminem songs by accident. So my brother never said anything and he only listened to Eminem and that's why he listens to him still. And I was like, that is such like when I was younger, my dad would play Eminem and that's why I know Eminem songs. Such like a dad like artist to play.
But yeah, I was sat for the CMAs when I was younger because we loved country music in my house. Like that was just what it was.
I didn't start liking country music until... maybe like literally end of high school. Like I was one of those people that was like, country music is the worst type of music, but I never listened to it. That was just like the thing that people said. So I was like, yeah, you're right.
I feel like from like 2016 to like 2021 even, I feel like it was like if you liked country music, like you got clowned on. Like I remember literally that was like a thing on social media, like country music sucked. So I stopped listening to country music for like a little bit, but my family like has always liked country music. So if I would get in the truck with my dad, like I still knew all the country music songs because like my family still listened to it, but just like it wasn't on my playlist.
Well, when I first started listening to it, it was when I first met Chris and I would play it like in his car and he was like, what? Literally, why do you listen to this? And he loves country music now. If you get in his car, he'll play country music. And I'm like, well, it's great. You really just got to start listening to it. You got to start listening to the right people.
Oh, yeah. Like that song that, by the way, every single time one of you guys posts one of these TikToks where it's like, excuse me, you look like you love me. Okay. I'm going to jump off a bridge. I'm going to jump straight directly off if you guys keep posting stuff like that.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh my God. You're going to start seeing it after I just told you about
now
it.
I'm going to.
It's like a little trend where it'll be like, it'll say like the first part of the song is like, it's a new country song. And it'll say, excuse me. And then the you look like you love me part. So the first picture will be like her. And then the next part will be like a picture of your boyfriend looking like he loves you. And it's like a really cute trend that makes me want to jump off of a bridge. So
yeah, I'll probably get that on my TikTok today. I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, I'll probably post that on my TikTok later, Destiny. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, go for it, girl. It's like that, and I made a TikTok about this last night, but I keep seeing the posts of these cute friend groups making these cute little, monthly book club meetup, monthly book club. We're getting cute little treats and little drinks, and we're talking about our little book. We have a little PowerPoint. Oh, really?
I know.
Oh, really? And I'm gripping my phone, and I'm gripping it.
I saw one this morning that was so cute. They, like, put a bunch of like book titles in the middle and then they would like one by one pick one and each one they picked up is the book they're not going to read and the last one is the book they're going to read. And I was like, you guys are really cute and I wish I was a part of your book club. Really bad.
Yeah. Like
that's all we want in life is a real life.
And it's really hard because like me, you and Haley, we could have a book club, but we do not live in this
easily. That would be because the only time we've ever buddy read books, I don't think we've twice maybe.
They
I don't
have
think we've
flopped
ever enjoyed
every single time.
Yeah.
We need to read a book that we all know that we're at least gonna like it. Like we're at least gonna be able to like talk about it and gush about it to each other.
I know. We would have such a fun little book club. I wish I had a real life one. They look so fun. Decorating.
Oh yeah.
In theme with the book, like there's something about it that is just.
And we'll call them out. I'm talking to you, Rachel, Sophie, and Lang and George. Like every single time I watch them all.
Like, can we please virtually join your book club? Let us in.
We're just on the outside like this. I'm
looking
on the outside, so jealous. And we do though. We sit in the house and I watch it over and over again. And here's the thing, because I watch all of their vlogs and TikToks about it. And I'm like shaking.
That crimson moth cake.
The crimson moth cake.
Are you kidding?
My God. I was like, okay, so I'm gonna go in my kitchen and have my own little book club, like a crazy. I'm just gonna be like,
so good.
And this is what this is.
Yeah, but there's something about like texting each other or other people or talking online about a book, but like in person, it's got to be crazy about the same book.
Because when me, you, and Haley will sit down and we'll like be having coffee or something and we're all talking about books, like even if we've all read them already, but when we sit down and have like a mini little book club and we're just talking about all the different books that we've read, it's so much fun. It's exhilarating almost.
Yeah. There's something different about it in person talking about it.
Yeah. Because it's like, I hate texting because I feel like I never get my actual emotions across in texting. I mean everything, because like even I'll be texting my boyfriend and I'll just be like, okay, or like we'll be talking about something, I'll go okay, but it's because like I'm doing something else, so I'll just go okay, and then he'll be like, oh, what's wrong? And I'm like, nothing. And then we're going back and forth because I'm like, what? I can't get my emotions across in a text for the life of me, so I like talking to people face to face. That way you know what I'm feeling because I'm talking to you face to face.
You don't know what Destiny's doing if she's distracted, and if she is, it just, the text doesn't follow
dry.
It's such a scary feeling to get an okay text, but you know she means well.
No, that's what we were sitting down. Well, today, that's what I was like, okay, so we can do this. And then Sarah was like, oh yeah, sounds good. And I was like, okay, great. And then Sarah was like, oh, so is that a good okay, great? Or
but it wasn't like an okay, great with like an exclamation point. It was like, okay, AY. Great. Like that was the whole text and I was like, oh my God.
It was. And then I read it back and I was like, this is giving like email, like when you were like emailing somebody and they're like, oh, what's the phrase that people use that you're like, it's so backhanded and so like passive aggressive. It'll be like, and I get it a lot in emails and I'll be like, yeah,
she said that and I said,
I'm a terrible texter. I am a terrible texter.
You don't have to give me emojis after everything you text for me to
you
be
do
okay.
Though, because I am also like that. Like if somebody like me and Sarah just agree, like being like, yeah, this is what she does, but Sarah will be like, okay, or like, oh, you do the you instead of like Y-O-U, you'll be like you, and then I'm like, eyes twitching like, oh, she's mad at me. She's mad at me. I have to stop texting her right now because this is like whatever. And that's why, guys, you communicate. And you go, hey,
it's so
don't
funny.
just sit there in silence and be like, okay, that's fine. Like you gotta communicate.
I think I kind of text like a mom sometimes. Like I feel like when I text, it's kind of giving millennial, and I don't know why it comes across. But then we just have two different texting styles. So we have to follow through with emojis. Emojis really help. I always do an emoji, which makes me feel millennial a little, but I love emojis.
Me and you love emojis. We use emojis, and I love parentheses too. I'll text Sarah something, and then I'll send another message in parentheses, like this is what it means.
Yeah, parentheses definitely help.
Yeah, and emojis. I'll slam on the emoji button.
Oh yeah. People need to start utilizing them more. They get every point across. There's an emoji for everything.
Listen, at this point, it's a slap in the face to Apple if you don't use them. They keep giving you so many. I love emojis.
I always think about that, like when we're 60, 70, do you think that we're going to...
No, I'm not making it there. Hey, I'm actually never going to get that old. No, I don't think about that, actually.
That actually is the worst hypothetical,
I'm actually blissfully unaware of ever getting old. Sometimes I'll be like out in public and I'll be like, no, I'm just never getting old. I'm just not making
Isn't that the craziest thing ever? Like, I actually can't talk about it either. Maybe we shouldn't say that.
No, because I'm not making it there.
Yeah, no. That's fine. Let's move on from that.
But other than that, well, you were just in Florida for the week.
Yeah.
And did you get to some good reading?
I did.
And what was that?
Before... You're like, okay, so
I feel
continue.
like the interviewer. I'm like, so I have notes here of what you've been doing. We're keeping up with Sara.
Keeping track.
Yeah.
Well, before I left, it was like the birthday week, so I didn't read anything that week, and it felt so weird.
Yeah, because of course.
Yeah, I was booked and busy. No, I was just lazy and wasn't reading. But I brought books with me, and I started a book on the plane, and I did, guys. When I posted something about me and my brother on the plane. I got so many DMs. You're flying? Plane? And then people were like, I'm so proud of you. I felt like, oh my God, you guys are so nice, like proud of me for being on the plane. And that made me feel so good actually like taking off. So I did so good. Like I started a Frida McFadden book. I read that book. I was just calm and collected. I think what helped is there was me and my brother, and then there was a girl next to me around our age, and she had nothing with her but her phone and was just like watching a show the whole time. I was like, if she can do it, so can I. So thankfully she was next to me. She was just like casually just just watching her show. So I read my book and listened to music, and I did such a good job. The only thing I don't like is landing, I've realized. Used to be I don't like anything. I don't like landing. That is actually the scariest thing ever. Like when you feel it going down.
Yes.
Why is it terrifying? But I did a really good job. So I think now that I have a good connotation with it. Yeah, thank you. I think I can do it again. The only thing is the way home was not fun. I did fine. I only had like a small panic because the lady next to me was a little crazy. She was trashed. Like she was just drunk. I think I told you that. Yes. But like when that, like, I know people drink before getting on a flight, but she was very like she was vaping, like the smoke was going everywhere. The flight attendant was yelling at her like, you cannot do that on the plane. And I think because she was drunk, she said like, okay, like she didn't fight it, but then she would do it again. And I'm there and I don't like confrontation. I don't like anything like that. So I started like freaking out. It put you in
an uncomfortable position.
Oh, I was so scared. But like no one's yelling at me, but just because I guess I was next to her. But then she didn't have anything with her. I think she she fell asleep, but then when she was up, she was just staring at me and my phone. And it was like, literally, what is going on? But I was fine. It was fine. I would fly again, which is, I thought I was going to come home and be like,
that's a good sign.
I'm done. Yeah. But I read some, I wouldn't say they're like good. I read good books. I didn't read anything crazy. I read 4 books while I was away. I'm rereading Happy Place, which is fun. Now I'm back on track with my reading. I saw you're out of your slump. Are you out of your slump? I know you're reading.
Yes. I think I was officially out of my slump after I finished The Ministry of Time. And then I read for my video that I just uploaded, and then I've just been doing like a mood reading vlog because I feel like it's so important, like after you feel yourself out of a slump, like you should just like read what you want and not like, I don't know, because sometimes with our job it gets a little, like, oh, I think I should be reading this right now. Yeah, so I've just been like, there's so many new releases, so I've been trying to get to those and stuff, and I've just been having a great time just not putting pressure on reading, and I feel like I've been enjoying, but like I feel like I'm on track to have the best month rating wise for my reads. Like I've been able to, which is also very encouraging, because you can like read 20 books in a month. But if they're all like 2 to 3 stars or like books that you're never really going to think about, like what is it? You know what I mean? So it's like, it's nice even if you're not reading as much, but to have so many like bangers feels really good.
Yay.
Not to flex or anything.
My past, I think this whole month, all the books I've read have been in like the 3-star range, I think. So it's like, I'm not reading like the best books to me ever, but at least I started reading again. But there's some, the new releases that are coming out, I'm going to start reading this week when I go away, and that I'm excited for. I think there's going to be some highly rated ones.
Yeah, that sucks though when you're like, because you can't help it. Like when you're just rating books like lower and they're just not hitting for you, you're like, like I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't like force it.
At least we're reading. At least we're trying. But there's I have Love Unwritten, I have Summer Romance, I have Swan Song, and there was one more that I was going to bring with me. Like, they were all just new releases that just came out, and I'm just, like, back-to-back bangers.
Yeah. I'm reading Love Unwritten right now, and literally, that's why I made a TikTok earlier. I literally had to go track down the audio because this was me in my head. I was sitting in my bed this morning, literally giggling and, like, actually doing an ear tuck, and then I, like, stopped myself and looked around my room and, like, came to a realization that I am sitting in my bed alone, in my room, giggling at made up words on paper.
No, but that's like one of the best reactions to reading. I love when that happens. That was like
I was like
yeah. You're like, why am I giddy over this? That every time I bring you back to Powerless, I will never have a reaction like that again, but it just feels so good. Where words on paper to make you giddy.
Yes, you will have a reaction like that again when you read Reckless.
Oh, that's true.
Which I think I'm going to like that better than I did Powerless. I think I'm going to like that story arc better than I did Powerless.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot on the line right now, but counting down the days, we have... Is it the second? I think it comes out the second?
It comes out the second, yes.
Like 10 days.
Yes.
I actually, like, my heart could drop saying that. Like, I'm itching. I'm going to start shaking the night before. I'm going to, like, put up Powerless around my room like it's Christmas Eve.
As you should, literally.
I might camp out of Barnes.
Which, Powerless was a 4.5 for me. Like, yes. I loved it, and it's also just a special reading experience that I had reading it for the first time, because it was when I was surprising you and Haley with reading your 5-star reads, and I'm finishing the book next to Sara in the front seat, and I fold over myself, I folded over, because the pages are very it's very identifiable,
because
they do a little thing on it, and I was also having an outward reaction, and so Sara just thought I was getting car sick, and I just
I was over. Like, how is she reading like that?
And I was like deep breathing. I was like, oh my god, like this is
such like a high intensity ending to read while you're trying to be secretive about it.
And then stopped reading it, and then had to act so casual. We're pulling up to Chick-fil-A, and I was just like, oh yeah,
I would need to talk about it.
Yeah, and I did, because that was like, I think I told you guys when we got back home. When we got back to your house, I was like, okay, guys, I finished.
I've never been surprised like that, like, in my life. Like, ever. In my entire life.
It was so hard. I don't know.
That was so good. I wish I didn't reread. I reread Powerless, like, December, January, and I wish I didn't reread it then. I should have reread it closer to the release date.
I wanted to reread Powerless, and I think I said this in a video that I was filming yesterday, that I wanted to reread it, but I was like, I'm being honest with myself, like, I'm not finding the time to, like...
Yeah,
I might listen. I honestly might audiobook it. I might audiobook it.
The audiobook is so good. I listened to some of it when I reread it in January. Oh my god, it's so good.
Well, because when I posed the question to everybody, what voices are you hearing inside your head? Because I do, like, need to hear at least a little remnant of probably what they sound like a little bit in my head. And majority of you guys said British, or I don't hear voices in my head. And I was like, okay, well, I hear voices in my head, period. But when I'm reading, I need to, like, know their voice. So I got some comments telling me, listen to the audiobook. That's how I hear them in my head. So I'm going to listen to the audiobook probably.
I don't think I do voices in my head when I'm reading. Only time I try when I know they're like British or something, or I feel like fantasies, they're usually British. I don't know why, like, in my head. I'll start reading. That's what I was
saying.
Yeah, but I'll start reading in British, like Magnolia Park series. I try so hard, but for some reason when I'm reading in British, I focus so much on the accent that I don't know what's happening. And that's like, I'm reading Leather and Lark right now, and he's Irish, but I'm listening to the audio and I'm like, oh, this makes so much more sense with his accent.
Is that following the same people? Because that's like a trilogy, or is it like an interconnected standalone type of thing?
Yeah, it's the first guy Rowan's brother, and then Sloane from the first one's best friend, and then the third one's their third brother. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I thought it was something like that, because I saw that book came out, and now she announced it. Also, talk about, I haven't even read Not in Love yet. I haven't even read it yet. When Allie Hazelwood announced her new book that's going to come out in February next year, the cover, the inside little... I was like, wait. Oh, this A already, I fear.
Wait,
do you not know?
Though, but what are you talking about? No, I saw it. It's what's called... Yeah.
And it's like a college sports romance.
Yeah, I saw it's a swimming one, right?
Yeah.
She was funny because I saw it and then her texts with her friends and was like, she got bullied out of changing the name of it from Wet or something. What inside are you talking about? What did I see?
What do you mean inside?
Oh.
Like when you open it.
Oh, I didn't even... Why did I just scroll without looking? The sprayed edges are so fun.
No, and I was like, ooh, I feel like I'm really gonna like that book, because it said like there's a secret that like ties them together or something, and I was like,
ooh, okay, like, oh wait, that's fun. I just read Not in Love while I was away.
Did you like it? I haven't had a chance.
I liked it more than I thought. I thought I wasn't gonna like it at all, just my own weird expectations for it. But I think I
had
don't know
no
why,
expectations for it.
Yeah, I don't know why mine were a little low. I think just because of what it was like said to be, but it was good. I love her writing. She can like write about anything and I will probably read it just because she is so entertaining and it's just everything is so fast paced. Like I couldn't put it down.
I'm kind of scared to pick the book up because I don't know what I'm going to think about it. But I want to pick it up this weekend. But
that's okay.
Right now, also, can I just say, Love Unwritten, I'm like 40% into it right now. I'm like, why is it so long?
I know, I heard that. But I think the first one was like 500, right? Almost 500?
No, but I was about to say that because right here, Love Redesigned is also a thick book. And I read it exclusively on my Kindle, which is also what I'm doing with Love Unwritten. And it did not feel this long. Like, it didn't.
Yeah.
And honestly,
it reminds me of Chestnut Springs. Like, those are long books, but they go so fast. Like, the way that they write and, like, what they include, it goes so fast. That's why I'm, like, not annoyed yet that it's so long unless I'm like, this is dragging. But I feel like it's going to be fast.
And I'm not annoyed by how long it is because I'm literally almost, like, 300 pages in. And I was like, I literally was sitting in my bed and I was like, I do not feel like I'm on page 300 of this book. Like, I feel like they go by. But when I, like, picked it up from Barnes, I was like, this is, like,
it's
a thick book. Like, this is, like, big.
It is a big book.
At a certain point, I'm going to level with you guys. At a certain point, I don't think romance books need to be over 450 pages. Thrillers do not need to be over 350. We can hit the 300 page mark. We really don't need to exceed
Thrillers
that.
need to max at 300. Do not exceed 300 pages ever.
Can I tell you that I started trying to read the new Riley Sager, which I'm very excited for. I got like 30 pages in last night and put it down. Not because the book was bad, not because anything, but because I was like, this book looks too long. Why is it this long? What is soliciting it to be over 300 pages? And I got defeated.
You don't need like a whole character development, like all of that stuff. You just give me a good plot. Give me a good plot twist and a good plot.
I don't need a backstory. Like, we're going through the backstory of the main guy. Like, this is what's happening with my marriage, and this is my parents in this house. And I'm like, okay.
That's like how I felt with the reappearance of Rachel Price. That one was like a little too long.
A lot too long. I literally said that was my like reasoning that it wasn't a 5-star to me was because I feel like we kind of info dumped at the end, and then I feel like it was way too long, and it was very mundane of the long things afterwards.
I'm leaving Monday, and then I shall be back. I should be back and better. It's so weird because I've been gone for so long, and I don't like travel very often. So like, there's so much I've been gone for so long that being home, it just feels so weird. I'm like, I'm ready to leave again. And I'm never like that. I just like, I want to be in my bed.
Well, good.
But I'm so excited.
Good thing you're leaving and you're excited for the things to come. And we're all going to be following along with you. So with that being said, guys, we hope you guys enjoyed our little catch-up episode. And if you did, leave a 5-star review then. If you like the podcast, then leave a 5-star review. If you guys want. You won't. I triple dog dare you to leave a 5-star review on this podcast. But in the meantime, we'll see you guys on Thursday as we always do. If you have episodes to catch up on them, and we'll see you anywhere else.
And we'll see you next time.
True. Bye.
Goodbye.